skateboard. When I go to schools and I ask first graders, how many of you love science? They all, ooh, I do, I do. Then when you go to 8th grade and you ask people, how many of you love science? Like one guy in the back, I do. Joining me now is a professional and a genius who is trying to change all that. Meet Dr. Skateboard. This is Dr. Bill Robertson, friend of mine. Good to see you.
Nice to see you too, Robert.
I love your Action Science series. This is you on a skateboard teaching young people about physics. Now, when you say the word physics to young people, what's their initial reaction, like in 8th grade?
Well, for the most part, they just think it's something that's boring and they can't relate to it. But what we try to do is make them understand there's forces, motion, Newton's laws of motion, simple machines, and the things they like to do, like skateboarding.
So you just pulled out a skateboard one day and you're like, hey, class, I got an idea.
Well, a little bit like that. I was a middle school teacher in New Mexico for a little while, and one of the things I realized when I was trying to teach lessons in physical science, students weren't interested. But when I brought out my skateboard and started talking about motion and forces and using my skateboard, they got really interested. So it took some time to figure out exactly what physical science was in skateboarding, but over time it really became an attractor for students.
You know, skateboards are pretty good physics lessons, especially gravity.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Gravity rules.
So at UTEP, you are a professor of education, so you teach the educators how to educate on science. And how do they feel about Dr. Skateboard?
One of the things they've really liked about learning physics through Dr. Skateboard is it's a way that kids love and it's really relevant for their classroom. Plus, it gives them a little bit of street cred in the classroom because they can do something cool that the kids like to do. So skateboarding is a great way of getting physics in the classroom.
Now, at UTEP, quite a few people who go through that program and become certified teachers end up right here in El Paso. So what effect has this had on raising scores, getting education levels up in science?
Yeah, you mentioned it correctly. 80% of the students who come to UTEP come from El Paso, and 80% of the teachers in El Paso come through UTEP. So you do have a great way of having a closed loop in education. I think the big thing is it's really helped people see different ways that physics and physics education can be presented. So motivation is a big key in middle schools, and engagement's a big key. So when you have motivated and engaged students, their scores get better. What
would you say is the #1 problem teachers face when they sit down to a bunch of kids, like they're just staring at it, they feel like they can't get it, but they can get it? How do you get them over that hump? Yeah, for me, the big thing is to really work on something that hooks them so that they can see themselves in the lessons you're trying to do. So one of the reasons of using skateboarding is it's classically a youth culture activity. So you want to get something that interests kids. You want to get them to do something that they like doing, like skateboarding. Now, you have other products. You don't just have a little video. No. This video, what are we seeing on this? So that video has 4 films around forces, motion, Newton's laws of motion, and simple machines. But I've also carved up all the videos, and they're freely available on my YouTube channel for anyone who wants it. And of course, no Dr. Skateboard would be complete without your own actual action comic hero. Yeah, it's kind of fun because, as a skateboarder, I've evolved into a comic book character. But this is another way of presenting content that's really interesting for kids in a format that they really like, comic books. Action Science, that's kind of your tagline for your whole series. Action Science, putting it into action. And physics is pretty simple. It's just forces at work. So teaching that, you can get a wide variety of things on a skateboard. Yeah, absolutely. You have all sorts of different forces, as you mentioned. You have classic things like Newton's laws of motion, and of course, you've got all these simple machines that go into a skateboard as well.